Morning. Tuesday after the bank holiday, and we're fast approaching this current project we're on, and I'm keen to get down there this morning, do the grouting on top of the wall, and think about moving on to the next project at some point in the future. We've got a little bit of turfing to do, and obviously we'll go through with Tony and check out everything, make sure that he's happy. He won't let us go anyway until he's happy. Well, I've had my breakfast. This XDG battery, 40 volt, 2.5 amp. Been watching a few videos on YouTube myself this morning. I'm not even going to attempt this, but it needs to go on a voltmeter to see what the charge is in here. And what's happening is there is a little bit of a charge, but it's that low. The battery charger isn't recognised. Loads of videos on YouTube about it. You have to put the positive and the negative in from this battery to a batteryless charge, and sort of try and get some charge in from a battery as opposed to the battery charger. But it's so frustrating because these batteries aren't cheap, are they? And I've had this about 7 months, I think. So should it last that long? Well, for some reason I've lost my other tripod, so I have to steal Alison's this morning if it works. Oh, what a beautiful day. So we've got a few things to get on with. Oh, let's clean that first. Well, this morning we've got to grout the little brick hedge and the coping stones, clean it off. Then we've got to clean the boards up. Then we've got to dig out, or do I do this digging out first? We've got to dig out and get in preparation for the lawn. I've got some, there's some soil coming today, and then we've got the turf. I have to collect the turf tomorrow. So we're getting there. And the thing is now is not to panic, just take the time. Well, it's a nice bright day, but it's unbelievably bit chilly this morning, even for April. So what I got to do is go and pick up, let's get going with this. Got to go and pick up a new tripod. I can't find my tripod. It's probably here in the van, and all I need to do is what Alison says. I need to look for it. So I'm going to pick up the tripod, and then I'm going to make my way down to Tony's, and then we're going to do the grouting first. Well, today we're going to get, hopefully we're going to get a lot of little videos out, maybe about 3 or 4 on YouTube Shorts, get those out. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about oh, it's chilly, about, at the end of the video, I'm going to be talking about our next project, or maybe our next possible project. It's me, it's Johnny Boy. I'm in my favourite photography shop in Newport, and I've just found him. This guy is an absolute genius, right? But for some reason, he disappears for a while. I don't know why he disappears. Maybe people are after him, I don't know. Listen, what have you sold me this morning?
I sold you a tripod and a phone holder to go on a tripod.
Yeah, they took big money off me for this. Like, yeah. Listen, what's the website address to this place here?
It's www.cameracenteruk.com.
Cameracenteruk.com. COM. Big time here. Say good morning, Lee. You're a YouTube sensation, eh?
Morning, guys.
There we are. And dogs.
And doggies.
Yeah, and doggies. So Lee's loosening all this up. We're going to get a lot of this out. It's not bad soil, is it? But we got some good soil coming. So we've got to get this out into the skip. Well, look at this. Tony's painted the wall. Let's go back a little bit. There he is in there. Say good morning, Tony.
Morning.
Yeah, people are enjoying you now. I'm getting comments and remarks, and that they want to come and work here because the tea and the coffee and the Donald Russell burger.
Well, obviously, John, after you finish, there's no work left.
We'll just ignore him there. There we are. Barbecue, looking nice. Good colour match. He's got the wall painted as well, which is good. Deck's all cleaned over there, looking good. Lovely shape. Doesn't that look different now, Lee, with the wall painted? Doesn't it? Totally different. Totally different. And so we're going to break that up. We're going to get some of that out. I think Lee will organise me now. We've got 4 bags of soil coming. Get that out, and then look at the decking. Looking good. I'm with Lee this morning. It's a bright sunny day, and I keep saying it's cold. Lee keeps saying it's not, and keeps saying I'm whinging. But Lee, seriously, just want to say a big thanks for all the help that you've been giving me, and we're going to make it up to you soon, son. I'm hugging him now, I'm coaching him. Listen, what we also got to do on this video, keep your arm on me. Also, what we got to do on this video is we got to tell our viewers at the end of the video what the next project is, because this has nearly come to an end. If Tony lets us go, I know he wants us to keep us here, doesn't he?
A little bit.
Squeeze that shoulder. No, seriously, wait till the end of the video, because we're going to be telling you about the next, possibly 2 projects.
Right, here we go, Lee. You're being recorded now. So, Lee, have we got enough out of here now?
I reckon so.
Yeah, so we got like 3 to 4 inches now of good topsoil to put in along here, and underneath here it was nice and sandy and stony, so it's going to drain out, isn't it?
It should drain.
Yeah. So let's have a look at the garden from this side. We were going to put that on time lapse. So have a little look there, and you can see how fine that Lee's broken that down to, and got a fair amount away there. So there's a good depth on there, 4 inches, 5, 6 inches over that bit area over there. So let's see if we can get the next bit on time lapse. Just want to show you what we're taking out. Lee, that's not bad soil really, because it's breaking up in it.
No, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but what we're doing, it's got the odd big stone in there, but it is breaking down. It's not like clay where it's all holding together. So you would get aeration in that, which is, aeration is what you want for a good lawn, but we're still taking you're on camera now, we're still taking a fair bit out, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because we're going to introduce some of the soil that you see where we've got that border, like this dark stuff here. So we're going to start breaking all that up, and then at least then all the organic matter can get down in that horizon and start breaking it up, and when the ground's able to breathe, that's the difference, isn't it? Can you just break that up for me again, man, just to show? There we are. So it's not just sticking together, is it? Like clay, so. But I think that it's good, but it wants some organic matter in it. But we're gonna have to just reduce the ground level a little bit to ensure that we got a good depth. Nice one, Lee.
John, you called it the Donald Russell Burger
Yeah,
on the last one.
yeah.
Why?
Glad you asked why. Because I think a lot of these videos are all about clickbait, isn't it? You can put a video on, say, how to lay a patio, how to build a garden and all that. And I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to go down that road, and I never have before. I think I have done before. The thumbnails, the clickbait, do you know what I mean, and all that sort of thing, man found eating a burger on the moon and all. Just imagine if I did that, So I just thought, we were eating a burger. It dominated the day, didn't it? Dominated the day, one vlog, and it was all about the Donald Russell Burger. And I hope Donald Russell Burgers, they get a bit of publicity. And if you're listening, you're watching the Donald Russell Burgers, people that make them, Lee and I, Philip ones as well, we need some scent. Not that we did it for clickbait.
Well, here we are. We're back at the Mr. and Mr. Jones's residence, and already we're being fed up. Not we're fed up. We're being fed up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, just clearing, we got like a nearly 50mm void all the way around the deck in here, and when we rendered, obviously in places it's built up a little bit, but we want to get that out so that when we put the gravel in, it runs clear. If you look along here now, Lee's doing it over there, along there, see? Well, I'm going to get on with the grating now. Lee's going to put that little stepping stone in there. That's the last one we have to do. We've got a little cut, the slate on the back end we have to do. Is the Mapai that we're going to be using. I use Mapai because it doesn't leach down the walls. It won't go all the way down the wall and make a mess. So we've got to start filling all these little gaps all the way along here. Then we've got to do the brick edge. Lee, this isn't going to take long, is it? No, I'm not worried, I'm not rushing, I'm just saying it's not a bad job, is it? And we've bought one for you, Lee, that's for you, that's your personal one, and this is mine. And these are good, aren't they?
Yeah, I do. So.
Yeah, I got these from B&Q this morning. It's that, what did you say? It's premium grout float, okay? and it's got that sort of neoprene finish, which is nice and soft, which will save. You're going to be scraping the wall, and this can just pull it off nicely. So I'm going to get on with that in a minute. You notice that these ends are round and these ends are square.
Different.
Yeah, applications. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just put in the wash for you. There's our great mix up. Only mix up what you can actually use. And I tend not to put too much water in it because otherwise it's going to weaken the colour and dilute it. So you just want it just enough, just creamy enough to go in between the joints and hold. Good tip really is to wipe off your joint, your intended joint that you're going to grout, so the grout just moves around a little bit on the top. You don't want it drying straight away. Well, I must have said this loads of times, but that's what we've got to do now. So we go all the way around. It doesn't actually take long, but it's not about rushing it, it's about making sure it goes in right. There we are. Got the sponge, wrung the sponge out, and you just wipe over like that, and then it starts filling the joints up as you go. You may have the odd pocket that needs pushing in, like this here. And remember, the grass and the planting pocket's going to go across this edge here. The thing as well I was going to say is that we haven't got a load of cement sticking out the side, which is going to ruin your planting pocket. So when you put your spade down, you clean them out and you put those plants in. But remember, in this corner now, it's not going to be a planting pocket, it's going to be grass. So you haven't got copious amounts of mortar and concrete sticking out and the grass drying out. You've got a good depth of soil for the grass to grow, as opposed to where you see all too often all that copious amounts of concrete and mortar. I was just talking to Lee, and we were talking about all sorts of things. I'm not going to say everything, but we come up with like, you know, what would we do? What would we do if we had not copious amounts of money, but money that would put you in a position where you could do what you want to do? And this is how it goes. So Lee, there we are. Right, you've made it. You're a success. Would you just stop work?
Definitely not, no.
What would you do, Lee? If you could, everybody has these conversations. What would you do
If I had enough money, I'd buy a big field and fill it with...
a freeholding? And for those for those millennials out there, freeholding is a piece of ground that's yours. Yeah, basically. And so you got that freeholding. You got like maybe about 15 acres. Does that sound about right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he likes the sound of 15 acres. So this is the landlord now. 15 acres, and what would you do on there? Would you like to build a place from scratch, or would you have like a little old place, or what?
I'd like to build my own, and a load of kennels, a few swimming pools.
A swimming pool?
Yeah, for the dogs.
You'd be in there with them.
Come out in the morning, cup of tea,
Yeah.
dogs in the pool.
Yeah, just do the things you want to do, innit? If you don't want to do it, you don't do it, do you? Doesn't say you're lazy, does it? Like, you know?
No.
You just want to do other things that you enjoy. Anyway, I'm going to show Tony's wall now, because we're making a bit of a mess of it. So here we are. We're just... Look what I just did. We can get that off. But we're just going over here with the grout, with the joints, and we're just cleaning off as we're going along now. And it's coming along, isn't it? So, just filling those little bits up. Hey, God gave us those fingers, didn't he?
The best tools, isn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we are. This is what Lee and I have grouted. Look at that. And there's a little beast missing. No, it's not. It's all right. Hey, look at that along there. The thing is not to put too much water on there. Wring your sponge well out completely. Just wring it. Because what you're doing is when you're adding water on there, you're diluting the colour. Though the colour outdoors is going to change. Look at that. Beautiful on that slate. Well, there you are. Lee's doing the final touch. So we're going to clean up that wall. It's going to have another coat anyway. You can see we've got a bit of black on there, but that doesn't really matter. But all the joints are done now along here. We just got to do this coping stone all the way around now. So let's get some music on. Let's just do it. I'll edit this. So we had a bit of copyright music on there, then we can have that, can we, Lee? So what I was saying is Lee really ate it up down here. Lee, we're not going to grate where the post is, are we? Because all it's going to do is that when that post move, it's going to crack, isn't it? So we're not going to grate there. I have a dry joint there, what we call a dry joint. You get no cracking. So Lee's gone down. This is just a little utility area on this side. Tony's going to be putting a gate on it. He's got the timber on this side of the house, and we've got the post there, and he's having one specifically done for that width. And then we've come along here. We just got to leave it now. So important that you leave it a little bit of a time, isn't it, Lee, before we start cleaning off. So come across here, got the little brick edge, follow that round there, you're going to see. And the lower brick edge is that there is the odd little bit that goes in and out, just a little bit, but remember the grass is going to go on there. And on the top, what we can do when the grate goes off, we can actually polish along this edge with a polishing stone on the grinder. So we make sure that that's all good. There's my orange there. Well, there we are, it's looking good. Have a little look down here, Lee. You just come close to here and see if our viewers can actually see the joint coming round. It's pretty good, it's not bad at all. We spent a lot of time on this wall, and the important thing is that, and Lee will confirm this, is that when you're actually sponging off, what you need to do, you need to let the grate go off a little bit. Don't worry too much, only mix up in the pot what you can you can manage, okay, and then just let it go off, because when the grate falls between the joints, it's designed to heat up and start to go off then, and then what's left on the surface, it's left in the open air, and that will clean. If you look down here, you'll be able to see on here, you know, if I just give that a gentle wipe along there, look how that comes off there now. See, just turn the sponge over the other way and again that way, and it comes off. But you've got to make sure that you rinse this sponge out. I've got some water running there. I'm going to go all the way around, nice and easy, and just take my time and just check it and go over it. The other thing what we're going to have to do is, because we've got this sweeping wall coming around, in places we're literally talking about between 1 mil and 2 mil, where you have the odd piece of the slate coping sticking out, protruding a little bit further. So what we'll do at some point, we will put a little grinding disc on here, and then we will endeavour to go all the way along and make sure that it's a nice smooth run going all the way around and no steps in it. Just put my boots back on because I think our Tony asked me to charge my phone. I think he's asleep. I don't know where poor was that. Oh, it looks like rain now. So, good job we finished. Well, finished the grouting for the coping stones, and we've done it for the little brick edge going all the way around there. Got a final cut in on that bit, and a little cut on the back. So all that's done, and the only thing that's left to do tomorrow, well, not the only thing, we've got to clean everything up and pressure wash down, but we've got to lay the turf in this area tomorrow. That's it for today. First day back after the Easter break. Not that I never stopped during the Easter break, but we've had a good day. Lee was an absolute star today. Cracked on with it, got on with it, and got things done. I think Tony is happy. So let's see if we have a good day tomorrow. It's me. It's Johnny Boy. I forgot to say that I was going to tell you what's going to be coming in the next project that we're going to be on. We've got a project where it's a lift and relay in porcelain, but what we're going to be doing, it looks like we're going to be putting some Z-clad on an existing wall, and we're going to widen the steps. Not a huge garden, but nevertheless an important garden for our clients. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.